Hi everybody, it's Susan from Butts Bees. Today I'm going to talk about swarm traps. It's swarm season, and so you should have a swarm trap up because you might be able to either give more back to your apiary or even start an apiary with some free bees. I have a really cheap way of making a swarm trap that can go really high and catch some of the better swarms that are out there. Depends on where you trap and how you trap. So with the help of my husband, let's get going. Hey, did you hit that subscribe yet? If you do, make sure you click the bell. Okay, so let's go.
So here we are in the garage, and what we have here is a apple box. Anyone in the produce department can save an apple box for you. The apple box is perfect for the volume of a swarm. Here we are measuring where the frame will hang. It is just a piece of branch. This is a branch that we cut from a tree in the backyard. We use bamboo as well. If you have access to any type of stick, it's about an inch round. I'm sure something slightly smaller will work. And it's just stapled to the box. You put it on both sides and you have just created a hive. The apple box is a perfect length for our Langstroth frames. It's nice to beef up your staple a little bit just to be sure if you get a big swarm and you didn't see it that it can hang there. I've never had one fall. Here we are putting in the frames. You can see inside and they hang perfectly. This apple box actually will hold 8 frames, which is a perfect volume by volume, the size that a swarm actually kind of looks for. If you read Tom Seeley, he talks about the volume. The apple box is a perfect volume space for bees that are looking for a new home. In this one in particular, we put one with a little bit of drawn comb, which helps with the swarm lure. And here we can count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 frames. Absolutely perfect. And the bees have a space to build their comb so that when you are lucky enough to catch something, basically their hive is built. Do they build funny? Some do. I would say 9 times out of 10, they're built on the bars. And especially if you already have a little bit of drawn comb in there, they're going to build right out. Here he's cutting the entrance. This is a little bit of a big entrance. If you have squirrels, a lot of squirrels, things like that that like to get into boxes. We have had squirrels, we've had flying squirrels, all kinds of little critters that get in there. To help this, you can actually put a little bit of like chicken wire across it. Or you can actually cut maybe a smaller hole. You do want to be careful when you do take them down that you are prepared that some other critter may be in there. And the apple box that we have, while it is durable, we cover it with the plastic bag and we can get many uses out of it. We tape it tight to the box. Pulls it nice and tight here. And we just tape it down. And we try to tape it pretty tight so that if and when water does get in there, it doesn't begin to hold water too badly. and catch wind because we've set our traps really high. I think the average is about 15 foot, but we set our traps up probably 30 foot, if not higher. The highest one was very high, probably 50 foot, and that didn't catch, but we have had very high catches. This is what he's doing, is taping the bottom. That is actually the bottom of the swarm trap, and he's scoring it with a knife so that should the water get in there, then it has a way out. And that's your swarm trap right there. Here is one of our higher traps. You can see it hanging in a tall pine. We have slash pine. And this next video is from last year. You can see the bees on the face, and it's swinging. And there's different videos here of different trees. One's a pine and one's an oak. And there's different places of where you should look at setting your trap. Once it's hung, not too deep in the forest. So this one grabbed a nice giant swarm. They did not stay on the outside. They actually went into the interior because the volume is correct. And all I had to do is transfer it to a hive because they built on the frames. Yes, they do build sometimes funny, but for the most part, they'll build straight on the comb, on the bars. You can see here that's what they've done. When you open it, if you open it nice with a nice sharp knife, you can reuse it again. You don't have to use a new piece of plastic. You don't have to do anything except rebait it. Actually, you would have to add frames and then rebait it because they built on your frames and you just took them out. This is an empty box with all its frames removed, and that's how many. I always check for the queen. And this is brand new wax that the swarm so nicely built for us. So yes, a less than $3 box can get you really nice swarms. So get out there and begin to get your swarms, and don't spend too much money doing it. Freebies. Yay!